I am Roland Johns. I am sim racing.
I'm Wes Fuller, driver of number 35, Stand Up to Cancer Ford. I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Cameron Peterson. I am sim racing.
What's going on? It's Rob Biotti from 4i Racing, driver number 44 Toyota Camry, and I am sim racing.
Hello, I am Christopher Hamilton, and I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Eric Andrews. I am sim racing.
We are sim racing.
Sorry about that, folks. So I'm just waiting for it to kick up. There we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Stand Up to Cancer Racing Benefit Series. And tonight we are doing the GA Diecast 125. And we are going to be with the 87 cars at Daytona. So this is going to be a lot of fun. These 87 cars are honestly becoming my new favorite car. Watching iRacing and racing in iRacing, coming down to just any type of just car that was taken to, an oval track or a tri-oval, they all kind of handled the same. It was getting kind of boring. But these 87s, they definitely throw a little bit of nostalgia out there. They make the drivers have to work a little harder for the win. And I think the best term of using them is these. They can counter steer. They can recover a little bit. I don't know. They just feel right, and that's a good thing. That's what we like to see. Even if we make mistakes, definitely it's going to be a lot of fun out there. So let's go ahead and talk about what's going to happen tonight. Give me 1 second. All right. So tonight's race is going to be 50 laps, so 127 or 25 miles. And looks like we're going to go for a green flag run the whole time, so it should be pretty good. There's not much to it. Some of these guys are going to get some wave rounds if they fall behind, but it's really just going to come down to straight strategy and how these guys run. And we are filling up as we go. Looks like we have a total of 12 drivers out on the track right now. Let's run through the drivers while we're at it. All right. So taking it from the top down, we're going to go ahead and start off with Nick Nickerson running in his number 85 Miller Genuine Draft. Beautiful paint scheme. Right behind him in the Camel 23, that's going to be Eric Andrews. Camel's got a scarf with a checkered flag on it. That's awesome. And then in the 22, we have Alan Dobbs. Good to see him back out here. And then running in a Coke paint scheme. Clean, simple, enjoy. Wesley Fuller running in the number 35 Stand Up to Cancer. Wesley Fuller is the host of this series, and he does a good job putting on a fun race. We also have Dylan McDonald running in the number 38 Oreo and Ritz. Two of my favorite cookies. Oh, I guess Ritz is a cracker, but Oreos are delicious and so are Ritz. Oh, even Fig Newton's Post. He's got everything good on that. Nutter Butters. Oh my gosh. Wait. I think I see something else on the rear spoiler. Give me 1 second. The Nilla wafers. Those things are good too. All right. So that is going to be Dylan McDonald. And then in the number 3, the classic Good Wrench paint scheme, black, red, and gray. Joshua Billiter, also the owner of Joka Graphics, does great paint schemes out there. I believe this is one of his, and he's done a lot for the other guys. And another core classic driver that's coming out to race for the Stand Up to Cancer series is going to be the number 88, Bennett Allen. And you can see Joker Graphics on the hood. And then we have Willie Evernham. Oh, Go ahead and getting over to qualifying. Willie Evernham running in another Joker Graphics paint scheme. The number 91 rusted stamped Cancer. That is awesome. That's such a good look. I love it. All right, let's let these guys get to qualifying. All right, Austin Greer out in the field, running in the number 45 Good Wrench. Lee Applebaum, don't know, haven't seen him around, but running in the number 72 Miami Dolphins. Originally, he looks like he was, some of the guys are talking about him taking out the driver. Quick jab to the, I think it was Willie Evernham got taken out by the Dolphins. If anyone out there is a Dolphins fan, I'm sorry. Just kidding. No, we appreciate all our football teams. But that's an awesome paint scheme. David Castelli running in the number 11 Budweiser, King of Beers. Valvoline on the side. Oops. Nicholas Benico in the number 55 Honda. Looks like he had a bad lap there. He's going to have to go back and re-rack it. And that is a pretty cool paint scheme. I don't know if they wanted to put the lines on there, but it looks like a blueprint. I wonder if the person forgot to clean that up, or if that's just the way it's designed. That's still pretty cool, though. Or it might be a work in progress. Let's see what happens. Well, with that being said, let's look at some of the times out there on the track. Nope, no one throwing down a time yet. Looks like they keep re-racking themselves. Running a pretty decent clip as he goes to cross the finish line. Oh, right, here we go. So, times are clocking in right now as drivers are passing through. All right, Austin Greer coming up with a 44.855. Alan Dobbs with a 45. Oh, Alan Dobbs with a 45.068. Looks like Austin Greer knocked off the leaderboards by Nick Nickerson running a 44.674. And then Wesley Fuller sitting in, oh, nope, he got pushed down by into 5th now. So Alan Dobbs and Wesley Fuller pushed down. Bennett Allen taking the spot with a 44.996. Wesley Fuller with a with a 45.235. Another driver sliding in there is going to be Lee Applebaum running a 44.972. Still waiting on a couple drivers to pop in. Wesley Fuller with another faster time. That rebuttal, 44.749. Just takes a little bit of practice. Get that speed out there. All right, looks like he is done with his qualifying. Let's go ahead and jump over to another driver. Joshua Billiter, you get to throw down a qualifying time. As he crosses the line, what do we have? Waiting for it to queue up. Looks like that was his first run out of the pits. So one more lap and we'll have a qualifying time for him. It's pretty amazing. These cars are doing about 200 miles an hour down the straight, and then they throw it in the corner and they only lose about 10 miles an hour of speed. So these guys are dropping down into the 190s, maybe high 180s around the corner. Josh holding the outside line. There we go, 200 miles an hour down the straight. And boom, 45.530. And he should have another rebuttal for that. So a little tip right there. We saw him riding the outside line for the first lap. That's kind of a little bit of a tool you can use. You can ride the first lap, you ride the outside line, and then the next lap you come in and you take the inside. And at least for what I've been told, you're able to throw it on faster lines that way. I don't know the whole dynamics behind it. I do know on the inside, you can turn the corner faster, a little more downforce or a little more force being applied to the tires, so you're going to scrub off a little more. So I think the idea behind it is ride the outside, let your tires get a little tacky, and then come and take the inside line and try and drop down a faster time. And there we go, Joshua Billiter with a 44.986, moving him up to 8th place. And it looks like David Castelli wants to take last right now. He's just chilling out in the back. All right. That is going to wrap up a lot of people's qualifying times. We still got 3 minutes on the clock, so let's put one of the guys in there and talk to him. All right, and in the booth, let's pull Willie Evernham. All right, folks, we have the number 91 Willie Evernham in the booth with us tonight. Willie, looks like you ran a 11th place time, but I don't know if you're just kind of planning to hang out in the back. What's your strategy for tonight's race?
Yeah, I kind of messed up my first lap there. I got in the fence. Go figure. Got in the high line, and me and the wall were already meeting. So, kind of messed up my first lap, and that obviously rolled over to the second lap. But the old number 91, staying up the cancer rust bucket I got here is pretty fast. I think we got a pretty good race car.
I think so too. Joshua Billiter doing a great job on your paint scheme. Always makes good paint schemes.
I
can't knock it.
I can't either. My truck he came up for Eldora, and again I think he might have topped the truck from this paint scheme. It's really cool to be able to run the stand up to cancer scheme for what we're doing here, and you can't thank Wes enough for what he's doing here. It's like for a great cause. It's mostly fun, but it's also spreading a good amount of awareness for what's going on in the world. And it's just a little part of what we do, but if people can watch this and understand what's going on and we can help out a little bit, it's something.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's what's kind of amazing is how many people cancer has affected in life, and how many people are fighting cancer. And I believe Wes himself both suffered a loss and has also had to battle cancer, and it's crazy how much it's affected a lot of Americans' lives and people around the world, and how we need to come up with a really it's ravaged society for a long time, and it needs to go away. And so anything we can do to get rid of it or help recovery and help a lot of people
spread
recover.
The word,
yeah.
And like I said, this is just a small thing of what we're doing here, and to be able to have a cool ass paint scheme like Josh came up with for me, and I like my old school rusty paint schemes, and whatever we can do to make sure we do our little part to make sure this whole thing goes away.
No, I definitely agree. So definitely worth it. And I hope you guys have a good race, because I'm excited to see these 87s at Daytona. I know they're a blast to drive. I know it's a little rough sometimes, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, and I think we got a good group here. I mean, not too big, not too small. I think we're going to have a pretty good race. I think we got a good group of guys here that are willing to give and take a little bit. But, you know, coming down the last 5 laps, I think we're all going to race each other pretty hard. And we're all trying to go for the same thing, and that's that win and get that Stand Up to Cancer victory under our belt. So, I don't know. I'm ready to go, and we're going to start in the back here, and hopefully we'll have the old number 91 up front.
All right, man. Best of luck to you out there. Hope you can drive up the pack, and hopefully I see you in the podium.
Yeah, just look for the high line, and I'm pretty sure that's where I'll be.
Definitely will, man. You have a good night.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right, that was the number 91, Willie Evernham. Good guy. He's actually donated to support some of the races for the Stamp to Cancer series. So he's just general. Everyone we have out here is a good bunch of guys. Honestly, really appreciate a lot of the drivers that come out and race, and a lot of the series that I broadcast, especially this one. It's, you know, take the time out of your day to have some fun, and also, you know, raise awareness is, you know, it's something, especially on a Saturday. So I appreciate everyone that's tuning in tonight too, all friends and family, and just general subscribers and people that are looking for some racing. Thank you for tuning in. With that being said, I'd like to thank our broadcast sponsors. That's going to be Critical Hit Bass Lures and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. And then for our series sponsors, that's going to be, for this race, Georgia Diecast. They also have GeorgiaDiecast.com if you want to go check them out, and also on Instagram. You can go check that out, Georgia Diecast. And then for anyone out there, we do have a Stamp to Cancer donation link. I got to grab that from Wes and put it up on the stream, so you guys, if you feel like donating, you can go ahead and go do that. But it looks like these guys are pacing out into the track. And with that being said, let's get ready to watch some racing. All right, leading the front of the pack should be Willie Evernham, or sorry, not Willie Evernham, Nick Nickerson, and also in the 22, Alan Dobbs. What is going to happen this first lap? I honestly don't know. It's going to be a pretty rough run. I think these guys are going to be having to race against each other pretty close. Daytona is not a wide track, so that does not leave a lot of room for error. But they do have the green with the drop down past the apron and save themselves. But the pace car is dropping off, which means one thing, that we are going to have 50 laps at Daytona, and it's going to be a fun race. And we are green tonight. Nick Nickerson on the outside. Oh, looks like Wesley Fuller getting a push from the number 55. And oh no, the checkered, the yellow flag is out on the restart. What just happened there? Let's get over to the Critical Hit Bass Lures caution report and find out. That is not good. Oh boy. All right, we are back on the restart. Locked on Wes Fuller. Looks like the 55. Oh, gives him a nose off the start. Probably a misshift. Oh. And that scooped the field. Ouch. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. It's only lap 1. Get your stuff together. And with that being said, that was a Critical Hit Bass Lures caution report. Hate to see it so soon, but hey, man, it happens out there. And we are back live Everyone trying to catch up. That pace car is on a run. All right, so up in front we have Alan Dobbs taking first place. Alan Dobbs is going to be in position one. Second place is going to be Nick Nickerson. Following up behind him, Bennett Allen in third. Willie Evernham's going to sit in fourth, and looks like everyone is hitting the pits. Oh, no. Oh, man, they're going to have to repair the little bit of amount of damage they've all occurred. So as these guys go into the pits, that's going to go ahead and change up the lineup. Looks like Joshua Billiter staying out and decides to take that second place slot next to Alan Dobbs and get ready for that restart, which is a smart move. I don't think you need to be pitting this soon. We have 50 laps. If I remember correctly, these 87 cars should be able to go about 40, so there should be a green flag pit. But it's going to be interesting. If they took a pit now and they grabbed fuel, that might actually make them go the whole way. So they might not have to pit. I've seen these guys take these tires for a long time, so we'll have to see how it plays out. We really don't know until the driving just kicks up. All right, so Alan Dobbs, Joshua Billiter, Nick Dickerson, Bennett Allen, Wesley Fuller, Willie Evernham, Austin Greer, Lee Applebaum, Nicholas Benico, Eric Andrews, David Castelli, and Dylan McDonald are all the way is the lineup tonight. 12 drivers out there. And it looks like everyone is catching up right now. Way to start off a race. It happens though. It's probably a misshift most likely, or someone just stepped on it a little too soon, try to jump and anticipate the run. Can't do that. Got to be patient. Oh, it looks like Joshua Billiter is actually going to drop in. Let's actually see what he grabs. I'm kind of curious. Joshua Billiter hitting the pits. Overshoots his pit entrance. What happened? All right, looks like he's grabbing a full set of 4. Like everyone else out on the track. Uh-oh, Joshua Billiter making a bad call. I believe the lights are off and we're getting ready to go green. And he's just leaving the pits. That is not going to be good. All right, so on this restart, looks like Alan Dobbs, Nick Dickerson, Bennett Allen, and Wesley Fuller are going to round out your top 4. As they come around the corner, let's get ready to see some racing. Going to go ahead and start off with Wesley Fuller for this restart. Wesley Fuller sitting in 4th place. Pace car's off. We're going to be green with 45 laps to go at Daytona. Nick Nickerson, Alan Dobbs taking off from the pack. Looks like the number 11 and 88 are going to be side by side. Oh, no, looks like David Castelli is a lap down, and he's on the inside of the 88, and the number 35 are on par. We have some people that are going to have to work pretty hard to get their positions back. Alan Dobbs. Oh. or sorry, not Alan Dobbs, Bennett Allen trying to avoid a 3 wide incident right now. Coming into turn 3. Wrapping around onto the front straight. Alan Dobbs leading the pack. Nick, oh! Bennett Allen slapping the wall a little bit. Looks like his back end is still fishing around. And now Wesley Fuller's going to go ahead and get around him, take that third place slot away from him. Nick Nickerson on the outside, Alan Dobbs on the inside, first and second as they go. Wesley Fuller right behind them. Willie Evernham moving his way up and followed up by, looks like, the number 38. Oh, that's Dylan McDonald. Looks like he's also... Oh, and we have an accident. Is the caution out? Nope, no caution flag. Looks like a driver drove himself down to the apron and pulled himself into the wall. But no one else was scooped up, so no caution goes. Nick Nickerson with a good run on Alan Dobbs into first and second. He's going to go ahead and take the outside line. Can he get around him? Wesley Fuller also there. Oh, Nick's back end getting loose. Bennett Allen and Dylan McDonald right behind Wesley Fuller and Nick Nickerson as they fight for second place. Eric Andrews on the lead lap, just relaxing out there, running in fifth. Going for a pass on Bennett Allen. Good pass on the inside. Wesley Fuller able to move his way through the inside, get around Nick Nickerson and Alan Dobbs. Dylan McDonald getting a little loose on the inside. He is a lap down and running with the top of the pack. Oh, man, that's going to be tough for him. Dylan McDonald, a fast driver, but definitely in a very tight situation. He is getting ready to give Wesley Fuller a bump on the bumper as they come down the straight. And coming into the back straight, Wesley Fuller pulling out to the outside. Alan Dobbs and Nick Nickerson still going toe-to-toe. It looks like Eric Andrews and Willie Evernham also in the fight with Bennett Allen. We have a tight pack of 6 drivers, plus one that is a lap down. That's going to be the 7th. All going at it. 3 wide around the corner. Nick Nickerson taking the inside, followed up by Alan Dobbs. Nick sliding up, getting around Alan Dobbs. Alan crossing over, now taking the inside line away from him. Oh! Dylan McDonald, I don't know if he just received a bump from the back, but he is off the track. Now it is Alan Dobbs, Nick Nickerson, Eric Andrews, and Bennett Allen. Eric Andrews going for a 3 wide into turn 2. And they make it out clean. That was a rough incident. Sorry. Trying to catch up with everyone. But looks like Eric Andrews went for the inside line. Couldn't hold it. Had to back off a little bit. And right now we have Nick Nickerson on the outside. Alan Dobb on the inside. Also on the inside, the number 23, which is going to be Eric Andrews. And right behind him, Bennett Allen. That's our top 4. And these guys are racing side by side. Eric Andrews once again going in for that 3 wide into turn 3. Nick Nickerson and Alan Dobbs getting side by side. Whoa, Alan barely missing Eric Andrews' front bumper as he pulls out ahead of him, or his rear bumper as he pulls out ahead of him. Then coming back into the straight. Down the front straight. There we go. Alan Dobbs still able to hold his lead. We're having Eric Andrews step out and then drop back behind him. It's like just a small exchange of a back and forth. It's pretty intense. Alan Dobbs able to really grab that lead away, but he loses it on turn 3 and 4. Eric Andrews is definitely fast coming out that back straight and then going into turn 3 and 4. So he's got to find a way to keep that lead as he comes out of turn 4. It's going to be tough, but I think he can do it. Looks like we have some drafting behind the number 22. That's going to be Nick Nickerson. Riding in second, battling with Eric Andrews. Nick's on the outside line. As they come into the front straight, Eric Andrews staying low. Bennett Allen right behind him looking for that draft. Alan Dobbs still leading the pack. Nick Nickerson in second on the outside. And the caution is out. What an intense run for that, that 6-pack of guys. Wow. hats off to Nick Nickerson, Eric Andrews, Alan Dobbs, Willie Evernham, Bennett Allen, and Wesley Fuller for all fighting it out in that top 6. That is extremely stressful, and these guys were within pretty much high five distance at all times. They could have reached out the car and slapped the other guy's bumper. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can find that accident. Going to go play that critical hit fast Lewis caution report, and we'll be right back. Still looking for the accident. Can't seem to find it. Still no sight of it. All right, we're going to have to go back to the live scene. I am not able to find what happened out on the track. So, back live. Looks like everyone is taking a pit right now, so this is going to be pretty interesting. Willie Evernham decides to stay out. Same thing with Dylan McDonald. Looks like he's got 3 laps to get back, but in the pits, Alan Dobbs, Nick Nickerson, Eric Andrews, Wesley Fuller, Austin Greer, Nicholas Benico, Lee Applebaum, Joshua Billiter, Bennett Allen, and that is going to round out. So pretty much almost the whole track is in the pits right now, other than Willie Evernham and Dylan McDonald. What a run. And Nick Nickerson gets out ahead of Alan Dobbs, crosses the line, followed up by Eric Andrews in 3rd. Or sorry, in 4th. All right, let's go ahead and jump over to our leader. All right, Willie Evernham leading the pack in that Stamp to Cancer orange and white paint scheme. Beautiful paint scheme by Joker Graphics. Followed up by Nick Nickerson running in the number 85 Genuine Draft. Alan Dobbs behind him in the number 2 Coca-Cola. Eric Andrews in the number 23 Camel. Bennett Allen in the number 88. Joker Graphics, or Joshua Billiter in the number 3 Good Wrench. Austin Greer in the number 45 Good Wrench. Looks like we have teammates out there. Lee Applebaum in the number 72 Dolphins. Nicholas Benico in the number 55. Wesley Fuller in the number 35 Stamp to Cancer. And Dylan McDonald running the number 38. And that's going to round out our 11 drivers out in the field. And the lights are off, folks, so that can only mean one thing. We are getting ready for the green flag to drop and see some racing. Those top 6 guys were going toe-to-toe. Can they bring it back? We'll find out. On this restart, we're going to lock on to Eric Andrews. Follow him around the track. Definitely pushed for a 3 wide a couple of times and pulled it off. So some good driving by him. Dylan McDonald getting his lap back. And now he is on the lead lap, but he's got Nick Nickerson. Oh, nope. Looks like we are going to go ahead and get one more to green. So Dylan can actually get his lap back. So we're going to go ahead and pace around again. Let's bring in another driver real fast. All right, folks, we have Eric Andrews in the booth. Eric, how's the race going for you tonight?
Well, other than this very start, it's been awesome. It's been great racing up front. Everything's been tight. Everybody's been, racing hard, but it's been a lot of fun.
All right, I have to ask you, you pushed the issue a couple times out in the track for about 3 laps. You went 3 wide, and then Alan Dobbs got around you. What was going through your head as you were trying to, maintain that position ahead of him?
Don't wreck. Yeah, I was going to say, when you're down low, these cars get really, really loose, and you have to let off the throttle a good bit so you don't slide up into them. And just try and hold the line there and still keep up speed to get by them. But these guys up front here are pretty good, and give you the room. It makes it a lot of fun to race with them.
Yeah, no, those top 6 guys that you guys are running with was that was a very tight pack. Everyone kind of bobbing back and forth, but we are one to go. So I'll let you get back to the race. Thanks again for coming in the booth, man, and good luck. And remember, don't push the issue if you don't need to.
I'll try to wait till the last lap to do that. How's that?
No, it was some pretty good driving, though. Loved it out there, man.
All right, glad you enjoyed it.
You got it. Later.
All right, thanks.
That was Eric Andrews running in the number 23 Camel. He's usually the number 9 Coors, but looks like he's running something else right now. Apparently that number was taken, but that's fine. Don't mind. All right. This is it. What we've been waiting for. That restart. Oh, what is Nick? Decides to touch the wall. Uh-oh. Kids, this is a quick example of why you do not text and drive. Texting and driving will lead to... Oh, no. He's having some wheel issues. And... yeah, it looks like Nick Nickerson is off the track. Uh-oh. Like in real life, this can happen. You can have wheel issues. Looks like something wrong with the steering column. And it looks like that restart is a little bit delayed. I think people are trying to figure out what's going on. Alan Dobbs taking the lead right now. Eric Andrews behind him. Bennett Allen following up behind Eric Andrews. Let's just check on Nick Nickerson as he comes around the corner. Let's see if he's still able to stay in the fight. Yep, he's still there. All right. Back to the lead pack. Eric Andrews and Bennett Allen going toe-to-toe with Joshua Billiter right behind him. Oh, Joshua Billiter slapping up to the outside wall. That's going to give Austin Greer a moment to get ahead of him. And Josh is falling behind into 5th place. Down the front stretch. Oh, contact! Joshua Billiter, I think, just got swiped by Nicholas Penico. His back end is all over the place. And Eric Andrews is breaking away from Bennett Allen. He has Alan Dobbs in his sights. Eric's trying to run, oh, wow, 0.02 of a second faster than Alan Dobbs. Eric is on a hot streak. Same thing with Bennett Allen behind him. These guys are running faster than Allen. I think Allen did stay out for a little bit longer, or he had a different pit strategy for his tires. But they are reeling him back in, and they are doing it fast. And there we go, forks and knives. We have it. Eric Andrews catches up to Alan Dobbs, now in 2nd place, getting ready to pass around him. Oh, I hear accidents. Oh, boy. That looks like Nicholas Penico, Wesley Fuller, and Willie Everingham are caught up in that. Caution is out. Let's get to that replay and see what happened. All right, here we go. Willie diving into the corner. Uh-oh, tries to recover it, slaps Wesley Fuller on the side, scoops him up, goes for a spin, and ends up in the apron. Wow. That is dizzying. And that, my folks, was a critical hit Bachelor's caution. All right, back to the live scene. Alan Dobbs up in 1st place. Eric Andrews right behind him. Are they going to pit, though? That is the question of the night. Might as well. You have the opportunity. The caution's out. Austin Greer running in third. Bennett Allen in fourth. Dylan McDonald on the lead lap and in fifth place. Way to go, Dylan. He was 3 laps behind, and he was able to get it back. Like to see that. Joshua Billiter in sixth. Lee Applepalm looks like he's running in eighth. Nicholas Penico in in seventh. Oh, no, he's moving his way up. Looks like he just made a small mistake. And Nick Nickerson able to get back up there. Let's go ahead and pull him in the booth and find out what happened. All right, looks like he stepped out of the car to while he's also taking optional damage repairs. Looks like he'll be right back. Probably stepped out to get something to drink. All right, folks, 30 laps to go. You're going to be dropping off at lap 32, or 22 most likely, as we get around to go one more time. What an intense run. Nick having a bad start. Oh man, that's atrocious. I really wonder what happened there. Hopefully we can get him in the booth and talk to him, but you know, it's just if and when. But then we also had Alan Dobbs run away with it, but Eric Andrews with some speed under his belt reeled him back in. That was insane. Same thing with Bennett Allen. Both him and Eric Andrews were on a hot streak and were going for it. Will they be able to do it again? I don't know, but I hope so. That was pretty awesome. Looks like they are still taking repairs. Joshua Billiter just finished up. He's back out onto the track. All right, lights are off. 1 to go. Lineup for the restart is going to be Alan Dobbs in first. Second place is going to be Eric Andrews third. The number 45, Austin Greer. And then fourth is going to be Lee Applebaum in the 72. Nicholas Penico in fifth, the number 55. And then we have the number 38, Dylan McDonald in sixth. So that's our top 6 for the restart. So far, Eric Andrews has been, I would say, one of the fastest out on the track. Can he keep up on this restart? I don't know. I want to say yes, but it's just going to be one of those things we're going to have to see what happens. He might run away with it with Nick Nickerson and a couple of the other guys out of it. Looks like Nick leaving the pits. He is 2 laps behind, or down. Yeah, both him, Wesley Fuller, Willie Evernham, and Nick Nickerson are both 2 laps down. They have quite a bit to go, but those guys were also really fast. So they might be able to regain their laps, but they do have to get around to Eric Andrews, who has been running as fast as them all night. All right, folks, this is it. Exiting turn 4. Pace cars dropping off. And we are green. Joshua Billiter stepping out of the group, getting ready to make a run. Going down the straight as they are marching their way down into the fast pass camera. Here we go. Let's watch them whiz by. Alan Dobbs, a good run. Eric Andrews, the number 45, right behind him. coming down to the back straight. The number 55 stepping out. Was looking to make a run past the number 72, but went ahead and dropped in right behind him. Neck and neck. Eric Andrews pushing up on Alan Dobbs. Gets around him. Ooh, the 72 looking a little squirrely there coming out of that. Oh, the 55 also. That section has been really tough for these guys. I really wonder what's going on in their heads as they're driving through the front straight. Nick Nickerson and a couple of other faster drivers are working their way up the field right now. They have a lot of field to gain and not a lot of time to do it. Eric Andrews up in front, going toe-to-toe with Alan Dobbs. As you can see how close these guys are in the pack right now. Lined up in that corner. Allen getting a foot or two away from Eric Andrews. Going down the back straight. McDonald moving his way up. This pack is tightening up as they're getting ready to enter turn 3. And there we go. Nick Nickerson, Bennett Allen passing around Eric Andrews, both high and low, pushing Eric down the center. Oh no, Dylan McDonald and Bennett Allen going into the wall. Oh, contact. Alan Dobbs also taken up in that. That is not good. That is sweeping the field. All right, folks, let's get over to that replay and find out what happened. I caught that out of the corner of my eye. All right, trying to look for a better angle for you guys. Just give me a second. All right, we're just going to have to go with this. All right, so I'm going to take this as a slow-mo for you guys. As you can see, coming into the corner. Dylan McDonald drives in the apron. Bennett gives him a push. Alan Dobbs also gets loose, slaps into Dylan McDonald. Boom, turns up. Nick Nickerson gets caught, catches Eric Andrews. Alan Dobbs is off the field. Eric Andrews and Nick Nickerson trying to get themselves back up there. Bennett Allen and Dylan McDonald still trying to get themselves straight. Also having a hard time. And if we zoom out, Eric Andrews slaps back up into the wall. And that is our critical hit bachelor's caution report. Ouch. That looked painful. All right, back to the live scene. A lot of guys are having to drop into the pits and get some damage repaired. No one was really left unscathed from that accident. With that being said, let's go ahead and try and bring in Nick Nickerson one more time. All right, folks, we have in the booth Nick Nickerson. Nick, you've been having a pretty rough run tonight. What happened on that last restart where you were slapping into the wall? Did your wheel stop working?
No, man, I went to go open a nice Miller Lite, and it foamed all over me.
I called it. Oh, I actually didn't call it. I said you were texting and driving.
And then I went to go put it down, and I didn't put it down straight, and it tipped over, and like the whole beer spilled on the floor. So I had to take a moment to clean it all up.
Oh, man. That is the worst.
I know.
Party foul and also while racing.
Yep.
All right, man.
From now on, I'm gonna have to pre-open my beers before I race.
I'm gonna have to send you a seat. I'm gonna have to send you one of those seat or cup holders for your racing seats.
Yeah, right. I don't know if that's gonna help me from my beers foaming over on me.
Well, you got to be able to drink it. You got to be able to drink and drive, man.
I know.
Both eyes on the road. Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
cool, man. Well,
yep, you're going back.
Yeah, man. Cool, man. Well, hopefully I will talk to you after the race and try to get my laps back here.
Yeah, I know.
Keep making the race.
Good luck.
All right, man. Thanks.
You got it. His beer foamed over on him. Oh, that's a bummer. All right, folks. Lights are off. Getting ready for the green flag this time around. Up in front, the number 72 of Lee Applebaum, followed up by Bennett Allen, Eric Andrews in third, Joshua Billiter in fourth, Nicholas Penico in fifth, Austin Greer in sixth, seventh going to Dylan McDonald, Willie Evernham taking eighth, Nick Nickerson in ninth, Alan Dobbs in 10th, and Wesley Fuller in 11th, but it looks like he is in the pits right now. All right, looking at the times up there, Bennett Allen and Eric Andrews are having the fastest laps. Oh, no, Joshua Billiter able to keep up with them, and same thing with Nicholas Penico, running a 43.316. Oh, looks like we were extended another caution. One more lap. All right. Once again up in front for the restart, it's going to be Lee Applebaum and Bennett Allen. Right behind them is going to be Eric Andrews and Joshua Billiter. And then for the third line, that's going to be Austin Greer and Dylan McDonald. Looking at everyone's times, I think Bennett Allen and Eric Andrews are going to be able to get around Lee Applebaum, but Lee also hasn't been up in the front pack, so he's never had the chance to really run. So we'll see what happens up in the front with him. And we are getting ready for 20 laps to go at Daytona. As they leave turn 4, tighten up the pack, pace cars pulling off. This is it, folks. Are we going to get a 20-lap green flag run? I think so. And the green is out. Bennett Allen right behind Lee Applebaum. Lee doing his best to stay up in front. Coming in the back straight, Bennett Allen and Eric Andrews with the run. Bennett Allen stepping out onto the inside. Oh, nope, he's going to go ahead and drop in again. He's looking for it, but he's not taking the move. And now here we go, too wide into the corner. Nope, Bennett able to get around him. Lee taking the outside. Bennett running the inside. It looks like Eric Andrews also. Oh, wow. 2 for 1. Nope, make that 3. Joshua Builder also trying to keep up with these guys. We are going to have a little bit of a pileup coming around that corner. Joshua Builder, Austin Greer, Dylan McDonald, looks like Nick Nickerson. Lee Applebaum deciding to pull back and drop back a little bit. But Nick Nickerson is going to be making a run on a lot of these guys. Even though he is on the lead lap, he is going for it. And there he goes, going for one pass around Joshua Builder. He's got Dylan McDonald, the number 4, and the number 45 up in front of him. Bennett Allen leading the pack. Eric Andrews right behind him. Oh! Pinching off the outside of that number 45. The number 55 of, the number 85 of Nick Nickerson drops down low. Finds that opening and gets around him. And down into the back straight. Nick still looking for the opportunity. Dylan McDonald right in front of him. Bennett Allen and Eric Andrews going toe-to-toe. As we come around the corner, Dylan getting dangerously low to that apron. Bennett in between both Dylan and Eric. Oh, do we have contact? Nope, we do not. Looks like Nick Nickerson dropping in behind Eric Andrews. Dylan giving Bennett Allen a little bit of a rub. Bennett getting loose onto the entrance of turn 1. Looks like he's straightened it out. Eric Andrews and Dylan McDonald are doing a great job keeping that inside closed. Nope, I lied. They left it open. Nick Nickerson punching through. We're going to go 3 wide. Eric Andrews, Nick Nickerson, and Dylan McDonald 3 wide around turn 3. Looks like Eric Andrews dropping off. Corner getting tight. Willie Evernham right behind him now. Looks like Eric Andrews has dropped back 3 positions. Willie Evernham taking his spot. Bennett Allen falling back. Dylan McDonald able to get around him. Nick Nickerson pushing up to the front. Going into the back straight, Nick Nickerson, Dylan McDonald, and Willie Evernham. Nick Nickerson still leading the pack. Dylan McDonald behind him. Oh, Willie Evernham slapping the wall out of the exit of turn 4. Dropping him back 3 positions. The battle for the front. Dylan McDonald riding Nick Nickerson, not letting him breathe at all. Bennett Allen also keeping up with the pack. Those 3 guys are bumper to bumper. They spread out a little bit on the turns, but on that straight, they are locked in on each other. 5 laps down, 15 to go. Bennett Allen pushing the issue on the outside on Dylan McDonald. Decides to drop back down behind him. Nick Nickerson still up in front. Dylan McDonald behind him. Bennett Allen in 3rd. 4th going to Austin Greer in the number 45. Nicholas Panico in the 55 in 5th. And look at that. The number 22, Alan Dobbs, is fighting his way up the field right now. Riding in 6th. He was all the way back in 10th. And he is working his way up the field as fast as he can. Dylan McDonald is now dropping off the pack. Looks like he might have burnt out his tires while trying to fight with Nick Nickerson up the front. Bennett Allen just gave Nick a push into that corner. Bennett getting low into that apron. Alan Dobbs driving the outside of Nicholas Panico. And the top three still Nick Nickerson, Bennett Allen, and Dylan McDonald. Right behind him, we have the number 45 of Austin Greer, the 55 of Nicholas Panico, and this in 6th, the number 22, Alan Dobbs. Alan Dobbs looking to make a move on the outside. On Panico. Oh, we have contact. Oh, slaps him into the wall, picks him up. Ooh, that is going to throw out the caution once more. Let's get that back to a critical hit Bass Lures caution report. All right, here we go. Watch the 55 and 22. 55 gets a little loose. Oh, drives up into him, slaps the 22, catches himself into the wall too. Oh, Willie Abraham able to dodge that. Wow, that was a close one. And that, my folks, was a critical hit Bass Lures caution report. All right, back to the live race. Nick Nickerson up in front. Austin Greer behind him. Dylan McDonald also following suit. All right. Wow, what a run. And we are, wow, lap 38 right now out of 50. 2 more to go under caution, and that's going to drop us off 10 to go. Nick Nickerson has worked his way back up from last into first. Oh, he is taking the pits. Everyone is hitting the pits. Everyone on the lead lap has touched in for the pits, other than Wesley Fuller might actually be able to make it out ahead of him, but let's stay with Nick Nickerson. Can he pit and go faster than Wesley Fuller can get around and get ahead of him? Nick drops down, grabs some fuel, and he's gone. Nick Nickerson leaves the pits first. Bennett Allen is next. Dylan McDonald right behind him. Eric Andrews taking 4th. And there we go. Out of the pits first, Nick Nickerson, followed up by Bennett Allen, Dylan McDonald, Eric Andrews, Austin Greer, Alan Dobbs, Joshua Billiter, Lee Applebaum, Nicholas Penico, and Willie Evernham. It looks like also Wesley Fuller is in the pits now. All right, this is it, folks. Without another caution happening, we are going to go into the finish. These guys have proven they can run 10 laps under a green flag, keep it nice and easy. All the cautions have been minor mistakes. Someone getting a little bit loose coming out of a corner, slapping up into each other. Nothing from, I would say, intentional error of pushing or anything like that. Just basic driving issue or driver error. But that happens. That's part of racing. Yeah, you know, you're driving around the corner, taking a little too hard, and that extra speed will just unhook you. This is going to be an interesting fight. 4 of the guys that were duking it out. Last time we saw them go pretty much 6 drivers fighting in the front pack. It was these top 6 guys. Subtract 1 or 2. But we have Nick Nickerson, Bennett Allen, Dylan McDonald, Eric Andrews, Austin Greer, and Alan Dobbs. Austin Greer wasn't up there, but Alan Dobbs was. We also had Wesley Fuller and Willie Evernham before, but they are on the lead lap now. They have an opportunity to work their way up, and we're getting ready for that green flag. Lights are off. Everyone is hopefully tired up and fueled because this is going to be a good run to the finish. What a good race, though. Some really good battling between a lot of the drivers, a lot of experience on the track, some newer drivers, but hey, that's okay. And, you know, it's all part of racing is learning. You know, you got to learn everyone's patterns, how they drive. Some people like to take the inside, some people drive the outside. Some people can drive all around the track. It's just, you know, personal preference and what they're used to handling. And like I said before, these 87 cars, there's no power steering. You feel every little bit. And sometimes, like, if these tracks are bumpy or sections are just wrong, you'll feel it and it'll unhook you. And recovering is tough, but you can countersteer these and recover them. But it happens. It's part of racing. And there we go. Pace car's off. Bennett Allen queuing up behind Nick Nickerson. The green flag drops, and there we go. Nick Nickerson, Bennett Allen, Dylan McDonald, and Eric Andrews, all four of them not leaving their bumpers. Coming into turn one. Everyone keeping it together. Alan Dobbs looking for that outside run on Bennett Allen, trying to drop in behind Nick Nickerson. Nick playing some defense against Bennett Allen. Looks like Alan Dobbs went ahead and took the outside line. Alan Dobbs has led probably the most laps on this track and has done a good job out there. Definitely knows when to make a move and can drive back and forth with these guys. Eric Andrews had a long battle with him and definitely kept up. Nick Nickerson holding his lead against Bennett Allen. Another young but fast driver. He makes a move to the outside. Oh, he unhooks. Drops down the apron. Oh, he scoops up Dylan McDonald. Oh, no. Oh, Austin Greer on his lid. Caution's out. Bennett Allen, what happened, man? No yoke, but you went flying, dude. That was insane. All right, here we go. Do it one more time. We'll get a slow-mo of it. Bennett Allen following him right now. Looks like he just came into that corner too hot, drove himself up, tried to recorrect, drops in the apron. Oh, it catches really hard. Catches Dylan McDonald, Austin Greer, Eric Andrews. Wesley Fuller, did he dodge him? Well, Wesley Fuller, I think, just drove under Austin Greer there. Let's run that back one more time. I want to see that. Nope, drove next to him, slapped up against his car. Man, that was rough. That, my folks, was a critical hit best source caution report. And oof, what a rough one. All right, back to the live scene. Lights are going. Nick Nickerson up in front. Alan Dobbs right behind him. Willie Evernham, Joshua Billiter, Lee Applebaum, Wesley Fuller, Nick Nickerson, Nicholas Pennico, and Bennett Allen running in ninth. It looks like Austin Greer sent back to the pits. A lot of guys hitting the pits, getting that damage repaired. We do have two fresh cars in the pits. Hopefully they're able to roll them out and get them out before anything happens. All right, just got a quick message from one of the drivers. His crew chief just shot me a message saying that Joshua Billiter saw his life pass before his eyes. He said, go ahead and get a replay on that. So let's go ahead and do that real fast. Back to the critical hit best source caution report. I'll walk on to Joshua Billiter and run back from his point of view of what happened in that accident. They said it was pretty gnarly. Still trying to find the incident. All right. Was not able to find it. Sorry, Josh. We're still riding live with you, though. Sorry about that, folks. I tried to roll it back to that incident, but I missed it. All right, lights are off. Here's the lineup for the last, hopefully the last run. We got 5 laps to go. Nick Nickerson, Alan Dobbs, Lee Applebaum, Willie Evernham, Joshua Billiter, Wesley Fuller, Nicholas Benico, Eric Andrews, Bennett Allen, and Austin Greer. That is 10 drivers on the field left. What is going to happen in these last 5 laps? Because we have some fast drivers up in front, and they've been battling it out all race. Nick Nickerson, Alan Dobbs have been going toe-to-toe as often as possible. All right. These top 4 guys are going to be having a heater of a lap. We're going to go ahead and go with the restart off of Willie Evernham. Watching from his car. Get a nice view of what's going on up in front. And we are green with 5 laps to go. Joshua Billiter having it looks like he's fighting off both Nicholas and Wesley Fuller up in front. Nick Nickerson able to get away from Alan Dobbs in the number 22. Willie Evernham battling it out with Lee Applebaum. Nicholas Benico driving down to the inside line, trying to get around Willie Evernham. Getting a little unhooked as he touches that apron. All right, here we go. Nick Nickerson, Alan Dobbs. Toe-to-toe right now. These guys are looking for that win. Nick Nickerson able to just keep out ahead of him just a little bit. But, dude, Alan Dobbs has been driving that outside line so well this whole race. And he's also able to drive that inside well, too. His rebuttals are, like, on point every single time. Both these guys have been doing a great job out there, but I really think Alan has an advantage over Nick Nickerson. And I usually don't say that, but lo and behold, look who joins the party. Willie Evernham. He wants to join in on the fun, too. Now this is where it gets interesting. On a mono-a-mono race, I think Alan Dobbs would beat Nick Nickerson. Oh, Willie Evernham getting into Nick Nickerson a little bit there. Nicholas Benico pushing for a 3 wide. Drives it in too hard. Willie Evernham getting caught up behind him. Man, that's such a bummer because Nick had such a good run. But like I was saying, I think on a toe-to-toe fight, I actually think Alan Dobbs is faster than Nick Nickerson. And the caution is out. What just happened? Oof. That is a bummer. All right. So, the 55 and 91 collide into each other. Clips in. Oh, and he is spinning. And he is spun. Ouch. That was our critical hit Bass Lures caution report. Ooh, some more damage that I missed out on the track. Ouch. All right. These guys have been driving a rough race. 3 laps to go. That's going to throw us in a green-white checkered for that restart, if there is one, or we're going to finish on a caution. Let's go ahead and bring in that host of the series and ask him exactly what the rules are. It should be a green-white checker, but we'll see what happens. All right, so updated from race control, we are going to have up to 3 green-white checkers. So these guys have a chance to rebuttal and get back out there, which is good. I want to see them fight it out. Between Alan Dobbs and Nick Nickerson, I think there's a little bit of a feud building up, a good feud, but I want to know who's faster. Because both these guys seem to have a slight advantage on different sections of the track. Alan, like I said, I think Alan Dobbs is a little bit faster than Nick Nickerson, but it's because he can take a pass on turn 2 and then rebuttal with it, like pretty much coming up into turn 3 and 4, and then when he hits the finish, he's ahead of Nick Nickerson. And that's super tough. It's like one of those things where you make a pass, but then you lose all that speed and he just gets around you. But if you're setting yourself up, to go into the finish, you want to make your pass and finish your pass on the front straight, so that if he does do a rebuttal, it's on the back straight, and then you kind of cross over again. So you want to like time it to where he has no chance to rebuttal it and come back with a crossover. You're locked in. And right now what's happening is Nick Nickerson goes for a pass, and Alan Dobbs just swings over and gets it right back right before they cross the checkered, which is no bueno. So I don't know. I'm a little perplexed on what's going to happen. And then right behind him we have Joshua Billiter, Wesley Fuller, Austin Greer, Willie Evernham, looks like he's hitting the pits, Eric Andrews, Lee Applebaum, and Bennett Allen. So, some pretty good driving between these front pack guys. Like, it's been a nail biter between Alan Dobbs and a lot of the drivers up in the front pack. Nick Nickerson, Eric Andrews went toe-to-toe with him for a little bit. Willie Evernham did. I think also Bennett Allen did for a little bit, and Dylan McDonald. Just he's had to pretty much fend off the front for quite a while. Actually, let's see how many laps he's led. It should tell us. "21 laps. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Close to half. Nick Nickerson with 15. Joshua Billiter, Fuller, Austin Greer. Let's see who else might have him. I think Eric Andrews got 2. So it's split up the field pretty well. So yeah, definitely Alan Dobbs with the most laps led. All right, looks like we are extending the caution. One more time. We were going to go green, but looks like caution was extended to let driver catch up. This is it, folks. I've been speaking about it all day, but the battle between the two Titans right now, Alan Dobbs, Nick Nickerson. I'm really curious of who's gonna break out in these last 3 laps. Alan playing around up in the front, virtually scrubbing his tires. And I think to top it off, it's Monte Carlo versus Ford. So Chevy versus Ford right now, up in front. All right, this is it. We are leaving turn 4. Pace car's lights are off. It is dropping into the pits. Music's off. Cue the green flag going up. And we are green. Alan Dobbs with a, looks like a bad restart. Nick Nickerson queuing up behind him nice and cleanly. That's going to give him a good run into turn 2. He is on his tail. Looks like he's going to go ahead and Nick Nickerson is taking the outside line. Alan Dobbs dropping down to the inside. There we go. Nick Nickerson overtaking him around turn 2 into the straight on the back, into the back straight. Lining it up. Alan Dobbs still staying close and tight to him. Alan now ahead of Nick Nickerson on that inside line. Outside line is not playing well for Nick Nickerson. Back end swinging out just a little bit as they cross out or come out of turn 4. Crossing the line, Nick Nickerson is ahead of him. This might pay off to his advantage. We're going to have to see what happens, though. Behind them, we have Willie Evernham and Austin Greer. Into the final lap, looks like Nick Nickerson's back end slinging out a little bit out of turn 2. He drops in behind Alan Dobbs. Pushes for the outside. Oh, collides with the wall. Scrubs off some speed. Willie Evernham's going to go ahead and take his spot. This is it. Willie Evernham with a run on Alan Dobbs. Alan drops down. Takes the inside line. Willie stuck outside. He's lost all speed. All that's left to fight him is Austin Greer. Can he get him on the outside of the corner? Leaving the turn. Down the front straight. Oh, Nick hits the green. Oh, my gosh. Oh, wow. Everyone fighting for little inches of position just to get out ahead. Every driver but Alan Dobbs just spun out through that checkered flag. That was insane. Alan, great job out in front. Let's get you into the booth, but that, wow. That was painful. Such a good run, but ended up slipping up there. Way to go. The number 22, Alan Dobbs, with a great finish. Leading 24 laps, most laps led in tonight's race, and defended his title up in front extremely well. All right, so our finishing order for tonight: first place, Alan Dobbs; second place, Austin Greer; and third, Willie Evernham. What an insane run. Let's get these guys into the booth and talk to them about the race. All right, folks, here we go. Time to bring in our third place finisher. All right, we have it. The number 91 finishing third, Willie Evernham. Dude, that was an insane green-white checkered. I've never seen 5 cars gun for for a 2, 3, 4 slot.
Out of breath. I'm out of beer, man. Holy cow! What a race.
That was, yeah, a little bit rough, but there was 2 really good sections that both you and a couple other drivers were involved in. One was before around lap 15. You were in a pack of 6 guys, and you guys were literally trading back and forth between first and second. All 6 of you were cycling back and forth, and it was pretty awesome to watch that.
Yeah, man. You can't say enough about these guys. I mean, I know unfortunately some guys got DQ'd because of the X rate or the X limit, but man, I'm so sorry to Nick P there, man. I don't want to mess up his last name, so I'm going to call him Nick P because I totally shoved him in the wall. Car got loose. Want to apologize to him in the 55, but man, damn, that was intense. It was a short race. There was a lot of cautions, but there was a lot of good racing.
Oh yeah.
Holy.
Every time the green flag came out, you guys were pretty much door to door. Daytona definitely opened up for a lot of close racing. Now, I was seeing something pretty interesting. The outside run was fast when you would swing out of turn 4 and into the front, but on the back, the inside line was much faster and could recover it.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. Me and Nick were talking earlier, or Nick or someone talking earlier. Like the outside just did not work here. I don't know if it's because of the new Daytona or whatever, but man, you couldn't. It worked on the front or coming out of 4, going down the back stretch or front stretch to get to the tri-oval, but you just could not get the run you could off the bottom.
Yeah, you couldn't keep the line. Like you were crossing that front stretch like nose and nose across the finish line. Like it was still a really close call. It wasn't like usually what you see is you see the guy slingshot in front of him. He takes the green. He can take the flag from the guy. But this one, you're pretty much like you're like trying to paddle your way up. Like come on, let's go, and trying to get ahead of him.
It was the craziest thing, but man, I can't thank Wesley Fuller enough for putting this on. Such a good cause, like I said before. But I'm just glad we got a stand up to cancer car in the top 3. Alan and I have no idea where Greer came from. He must have been silently in the back and just saved his stuff, and all of a sudden he was second. So
yeah, he was hanging back and forth. He was up there with you guys. He was quiet and he was waiting.
You know what? We were all racing hard for 50 laps. I mean,
yeah,
everybody could say you should ride and all that stuff, but man, what a fun race. Everybody did a great job. Congratulations to Alan there. That was him and Nick were racing all the time. I think me and Nick coming to the line to get that final third spot there. I think we were both. I think I knocked the left side off my car, right side off his. I mean, holy cow, what a race! I'm sweating over here. I need another bush light here, but holy cow.
Well, man, great job. Crack up another bush, celebrate. Great podium win. It was a tough race, and you survived.
Oh yeah, it was a blast. Like I said, thanks to you for broadcasting. Thanks for Wes for putting this on. Thanks for all the guys coming out. It's such a good cause. I wish we could have been a little bit cleaner, but I think TV should have been good. So
yeah, honestly, this is what race number. I believe it's race 4.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's race 4. No, this is race 3 because we had Dirts at Eldora, which was yours, which was the race number 2. Yeah, this is the third. Right. This is the third race. This is 3 races as a group. Usually, like what I've seen from my experience, is usually drivers don't really mesh together until about race 5, race 6, and we saw it in this race a little bit, where the top guys were doing a great job next to each other. So give it a couple more races, and I think we'll see some even better driving develop as you guys get some more real time next to some of the other drivers. Absolutely,
and these cars are so tough. These 87s are not like anything that I don't think anybody's really prepared for. These things are so... We're at Daytona and everybody thinks you should be pack racing. These things are a monster of their own.
Yeah.
And you know what? I hope, we were talking earlier, we should keep this going. I think this is a great cause. I think it's a great series. And you know what? No matter what happens, I think we're all here for a good cause, and we're all gonna keep this thing going. So, man, what a I had a blast. Had some had some issues of my own and gotten some incidents of myself, but man, what a race! And I just hope Eric can forgive Bennett Allen there. I really do, but I think we got a new rivalry going there. So, man, thank you again for everybody that puts us on. Stand Up to Cancer, great cause. The 91 Chevy Monte Carlo here felt pretty good. Like I said, I had a pretty good race car, but damn, what a blast, and can't wait till next month.
Definitely agree with you, man. Well, I hope you have a good night. Will I see you on Sunday?
Absolutely.
You got it, man. Well, hopefully we'll get a back-to-back in the podium with you on Sunday, but those Pro 2s are going to be a handle, so good luck.
Yeah, that's something I'm not really too keen on, or not really practice much. I don't even think I own Sonoma, so I've been practicing some other stuff till Sunday. So,
well, I had a broadcast on Thursday with Sonoma Rallycross, so if you want to watch some professionals drive them, you can jump over there, and there's two of the world's fastest drivers were racing in that race, so you can go pop in and take some notes.
I might have to, like I said, I always go back and watch the races again and look at my mistakes, look at what other people are doing, and like I said, trying to follow Nick.
Smart.
Nickerson is probably one of the best to watch, and just trying to pick up some pointers, and we'll see what happens Sunday. And then I'm ready for Martinsville on Monday with the vintage cars.
Oh yeah, so it's going to be a good week.
Yeah, I just got to figure out the outside line at Martinsville.
It's going to be tough, man. But with that being said, dude, I hope you have a good night, and I'll definitely see you on Sunday and Monday.
Yes, sir. You guys have a good night. Thanks for broadcasting, and I hope everybody enjoyed the race.
You got it. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead and bring in our next finisher. That's going to be our second place finisher, Austin Greer, in the number 45. All right, he is in the booth. Austin Greer, second place finish. You've been riding in the back, not the back. You've been riding in the mid of the pack for most of the race, and really in a you would move up from fifth to like third, and then drop back a little bit, and then that last green white checkered, you're in the sweet spot to snag a really good podium. If anyone made a mistake, and boom, you did it. It was beautiful.
Yeah, these cars are a little bit of handle, so when I got up front, people would stick their nose in, and then I'd just give them room. I didn't want to cause a big wreck, and then just sliding around causes mistakes, and that's how I got to the mid-pack from like third or second at times.
Mm-hmm.
And I really was just hoping that people made the mistake on that last lap and use it to my advantage, and I knew that inside line was really strong, and that's the place I wanted to be on that last lap.
No, that was smart. Yeah, it's especially with a green white checkered, a lot of people get really racy towards that towards the finishing straight, and so you can always set yourself up for possibly them making a mistake and having to spin out, and then just punching through and snagging a podium from them. And that's what you got to do. You got to set yourself up like you did, ride in about 4th, 5th place, and just stay on that bumper and get ready for it.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting riding through there with many wrecks there was, and sometimes could not avoid it,
Yeah. But overall, how'd the car feel for you? I know you guys were always changing out a full set of four most of the time. You guys went to the pits. How did everything handle, car-wise? I know we had a pretty long green flag run towards the end. How was the tire situation and fuel handling out for you guys?
Well, it really didn't feel like the tires were falling off much because I was sliding around with fresh tires and even used tires. But these cars, they like to slide, especially in them corners and tri-oval.
Yeah.
You just got to keep that car underneath you and don't let it get out from there.
Yeah, I was noticing that a lot on the tri-oval. A couple of guys were making the mistake of taking it a little too hard and probably not lifting a little bit. And their back end just completely slipped out, even though it's not a very sharp turn.
Yeah, these are some cars to handle,
Yeah, definitely agree with you. I enjoy them. These are a lot of fun, and they're a lot of fun to broadcast because they're just really cool. I think iRacing did a good one on this one.
Yeah, these are definitely some fun cars. They don't make you fall asleep or nothing. Like sometimes in
Cup
the
cars.
cup or yeah, these keep you on edge and get ready for anything.
Oh yeah. Well, man, second place, great finish. Do you have anyone you want to give some love and shout out?
All my family members watching it. I know. I think my dad's watching it live right now, and my brothers will watch it probably tomorrow or sometime this week. So just like to shout out them guys.
Well, I hope they enjoy the race because you did a good job out there. You stayed relevant in the race, and you stayed out of danger, which is what you got to do.
Yeah, thank you for this.
You got it, man. Well, I hope you have a good night, and hopefully we'll see you next month.
Yep, I'll be there.
You got it. Well, everyone, that is our second place finisher, the number 45, Austin Greer. Have a good night, man.
You too.
All right, now to bring in our first place. That's going to be Alan Dobbs, the number 22. Let's go ahead and get him up here. All right, here we go. Our finisher, our number one, the man that led the most laps, Alan Dobbs, I believe. Is that correct?
That's right.
Awesome. Glad I got that right. I'm horrible at names. I usually butcher them.
It's pretty easy. I'm white as hell.
Well, man, you kind of left me speechless on this whole race in the sense of you had a really good run on turn 1, turn 2. You could recover on the inside really well. You defended against some of the like what I would consider a really good driver, Nick Nickerson. Definitely pushed really hard in a lot of those positions, and you really didn't let him get around you, and you were able to set up a run on him. You also had Eric Andrews fight with you for a little bit, and then a couple other drivers go toe-to-toe with you, and you pretty much you won every bout. It was pretty awesome.
I mean, I really like these cars. I've been running the official series on a pretty good bit and getting quite a few wins.
Mm-hmm.
So I was pretty excited to see that we were going to be running the 87s. I mean, it's definitely hard, especially at Daytona, because I mean, you could tell I would have like over a second lead, and they would just be on me.
Oh
so
yeah,
quick.
you'd have a second lead, and they'd just suck up on the back. But was really interesting is just to see, like, even though you could really close the gap on someone, kind of like how the Indy cars are, where they can really just kind of reel in someone. Once you went side by side, a lot of that speed disappeared.
As soon as you're not behind someone, it's like a big, huge wall.
Yeah, and that kind of maybe, that makes sense because these really aren't aero efficient cars, which is pretty awesome. I
love the way these drive. It's so different, and it's wonderful.
I do too. It's kind of like the way I can really think of it is like a Skip Barber with a lot of horsepower. I
mean, I've never thought of or put it that way, but
it's just,
I mean, kind of. The rear end is really just slidey, and it's fun.
Well, the reason I said that is because the Skip Barbers, you can counter steer pretty well. And even if you've unhooked them, if you lift and counter steer, you can get yourself straightened out pretty easily. And I've noticed that the 87s, even on some of the steeper tracks that if you hit the apron and you're like going to be gone, if you just lift and do a little bit of counter steering, as long as you haven't really turned about like 45 degrees, you can recover it and get back in like maybe 2 positions dropped. Like it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and the draft is so strong here that it's like it didn't even really matter.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we had some guys run up the whole field. I think you did that also in one situation.
There was one restart there near the end where I think someone missed a shift and the outside was open, and I got like 4 positions before we got to turn 1, so that helped.
Yeah,
and then there was a big, huge wreck right behind me, so I probably would have been in that one had I not have gotten around them.
Yeah, so you've definitely been in the mix of it, and I don't know, dude. Like I said, I'm a little speechless because you did some really good driving out there. You led a lot of the laps, and it was some amazing driving. I had a hands down great job, and I'm taking notes.
Well, I really appreciate that, and I just want to thank all the guys that ran with me tonight. We had a lot of really good close racing. There was a few incidents, but I expected it to be a lot worse with as much of a beast as these cars are.
Yeah.
But man, we held it really good, and it was a ton of fun. Super glad I came.
Yeah. I actually a quick question on I think it was like around lap 15. You guys, there were 6 of you in that front pack, trading positions back and forth, and also going 3 wide a little bit. How nerve-wracking was that?
I mean, it's not really more nerve-wracking than being 3 wide in any other situation. You really just got to focus on your line. But it's definitely nerve-wracking because you don't know, like, if the inside guy touches the apron, the outside guy touches the wall, anything could go wrong. And as soon as one of those things happen, you're dead.
Yeah.
So, but I just, everybody's just got to focus on their line. And I think most people did that. Judging by how it went, it seems like everybody was pretty focused.
Yeah.
Led to a really good race.
It did. And you guys drove really close to each other. And it was awesome.
The side draft is just as impressive as the pull-up draft. So.
Yeah, I didn't notice that too much. That I might have missed that. What I was kind of seeing.
Watch a couple of those last laps between me and Nick, and you can see him get to my bumper and just suck me in, and I do the same to him, like right on the edge on the quarter. Yeah, it's really strong.
Oh yeah, I got to rewatch that and see that. What I was seeing is a little bit of I forgot what it's called, where you go right next to someone and you create a dead air pocket between each other, and it kind of slows you both down. I forgot the exact term for that, but I saw a lot of that happen, where you guys would pretty much you pull up next to someone and you could slow them down just by being next to them.
Yeah, because as soon as one car edges out in front,
the
car in the rear is now getting the side draft, and so it's slowing the outside or the front car down, speeding the back car up, and it just kind of keeps them both right next to each other. No one's really able to move past that.
Definitely.
Yeah, great race.
It was awesome.
I hope it looked good on the stream. The broadcast. I gotta go back and watch.
I would say watch around like lap 10 to lap 20. Really good racing there, and then the midsection was really good between you and Nick Nickerson, and also Eric Andrews. It's beautiful driving between you guys.
Yeah.
But do you have anyone you want to shout out?
I mean, just thanks to Wesley for putting this on, and you guys for doing what you do and putting on a great broadcast. Thanks to Stand Up for Cancer. I hope we're helping them, in a small way. And just thanks to all the guys, that raced so well tonight and put on a good show. And hope to see you guys next time.
I am excited to see the next race, and with what's happening on the track, like I was telling Willie, I think we're only on race 3. Usually, from what I've seen with broadcasting, it takes about five races for a new group of guys to kind of feel each other out and find out exactly who does what, and then usually after that, it turns into some really good racing. You'll have some cautions here and there, like always, that it happens, but other than that, like what we saw out between you, Nick Nickerson, Willie Evernham, and a lot of the top runners is really close. Driving and gunning for those positions, and that's what you want to see.
Right, and other than Wesley, there's no one that was here tonight that I have ever raced with on a plate track with the 87 cars. So just all those things put together, it's impressive what everybody came to do, and
hats off.
I think they succeeded.
I agree. It was an exciting race. We did have cautions, but that's part of racing. Cautions happen, mistakes happen, but definitely there was no dull moments throughout the whole race in the sense of when you guys were on a green flag run, which is what we want to see.
That's perfect. Perfect.
Well, man, great job tonight. Glad to have you out here. Can't wait to see you race next month, and hopefully I'll see you around some more. Maybe we'll mix over on some broadcasts. We'll see what happens.
All right.
You never know. I always pick up new leagues here and there, so we might cross our paths again, but definitely can't wait to see you race next.
Hey, I'm kind of looking into that, that Pro 2 league I was hearing y'all talk about, and
I'll talk to you.
That sounds super fun.
I'll talk to you a little more after the race, maybe. That's a league I host, so let's close up here and I'll tell you about it. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate
no problem, man. Once again, great job on first place, man. You definitely deserve it. You did an amazing job, and hats off to everyone out there racing with you, because that was some really, really good racing, and I hope you have a good night, man.
Thank you. You too.
You got it. All right, folks. That was our first place winner, the number 22, Alan Dobbs. What a great run. Hats off to him again. That was awesome. And with that being said, let's close out the night. I had a great Saturday. I hope you guys did too. And I'll see you guys Sunday for the Core Premier Series. We're going to be going with Pro 2 Lights at Sonoma Rallycross. So buckle up and get ready for some tight racing, because this is going to be the Sonoma uphill climb, and it's going to be awesome.